Hello, hello, everybody. This is Wanayran Alvarez and Moving Cultures, Cultural Stopovers, Women of the World Talk and Act. Today is Friday, 11th of June, 2021, and it's 10 o'clock in the night in Bangkok, and it's 6 p.m. in Kenya, where our guest of the day is coming from. We are so happy to be celebrating unity in diversity and having Tatiana Isabel Whitup, Tati Hehina, as a guest today. How are you, Tatiana?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thanks. And very happy that you accepted our invitation.
Thank you for having me.
Tatiana is a very special person because she has so many activities and many offers to the audience under her hat. So I'm just going to ask her to tell us who is Tatiana.
Tatiana is a mom, and I'm a writer, a journalist, an event planner, and I also model for brands in Kenya like Darling, Safaricom, Airtel, and Shaites Fashion House from Nigeria. So yeah, basically that's me in a nutshell.
And that's a lot of work under your wing is actually taking place, Tatiana. How do you manage to handle everything?
I love modeling. So modeling is more like a passion. So it's easy for me to model. Being a mom, I don't find it as a task. It's what motivates me to try harder and be better, because I want my daughters to find me as a role model in their life and be better people and also be better than me. So basically being a mom just comes naturally. And writing, I love telling stories. Ever since I was in primary, I would write compositions and bother my English teacher with tons of composition outlets. So writing basically it's like a breath of air for me. Yeah.
Tatiana, tell us about your childhood, because everything actually comes into place when we are adults. But the story starts with family and childhood.
Sure. So basically, I'm a daddy's girl since I was little. I grew up in Zambia, but because my dad was a road engineer, we traveled different countries all over Africa. So I've basically grown up all over Africa. I've been to Congo, South Africa, Swaziland, Zimbabwe, Malawi, like you name it, all over Africa growing up. Mostly spent a year in different countries. So I picked a little bit of everything I know from all the countries I've been to and the different tribes I interacted with. And the storytelling came from meeting different people from different cultures and tribes. As I got to know them more, I wanted to share what they go through. So I joined a site called Wattpad. It's a free online outlet where writers, mostly teenagers and young children, can write stories and share with readers for free. So as I kept on telling stories, I noticed I was really growing a large follower trail. So one day someone just inboxed me on Wattpad and was like, can you be a ghostwriter? Can you write to me about Kenya? Can you write to me about Zambia? So that's where my writing career began when I was 13. I started selling stories online to different people. Yeah.
And what can you tell us about the influence of your grandparents or the elderly of the community? Because storytelling is actually a family gathering where the elderly share their experiences and their legacy.
Yeah. So for me, it was a bit, my dad's Indian and my mom's Kenyan from the Luo tribe. So it's mostly back in those days, Indians would not like intermarry with a different tribe, especially not Indian. So it was really difficult, like getting to be on board the grandparents' side. So, my grandparents from my mom's side were really chilled. And so they used to tell me stories about the Luo tribe They had mostly maybe or maybe not superstitious stories of things that happen and witchcrafty and stuff. So that's why I enjoy writing supernatural things through the tales I was told from my maternal side. And from my paternal side, they were Indian. So my grandfather and grandmother would teach me about the Hinduism tribe, the food delicacies, and that's where I got my passion from cooking from my grandmother. So yeah.
It's very obvious, that usually when we start a life into the writing scene, it has to do with personal experiences.
Yes.
That the personal upbringing has a lot to do in the style and on the information you're also sharing with other people. But let's move a little bit from the writing part and let's move to the modeling. Why did you decide to become a model?
When I was 10 years, I modeled during our school pageant in Zambia. It was just something like my teacher had insisted, like we all had to pick up a certain activity. So for me to add up my grades, I had to take up an activity. And I was like, why not modeling? Because it was easy and I didn't have to read anything. So from there, I actually won. And after I won, I continued doing it. And then when I was 13, I got the Miss Kabwe crown. So from getting the Miss Kabwe crown, I started getting professional offers. And since I enjoyed taking photos, what better way than when you're paid to do it?
So this is how your career starts. And how do you move to the next level?
The next level, I got approached by a modeling agency called Ogilvy Africa. And I was given an opportunity to model for Airtel and be the Pan-African face of their calendars. And from there, I got into Ajuma Limited's modeling agency, City Models Africa. And I started getting gigs through them. Also, Brad's Fashion House gave me a few gigs. And then I got to model for a Nigerian brand called Shaites Fashion based here in Kenya. Got a lot of contracts from him. And I also landed the Darling Kenya Billboard advert in 2018. The contract actually just ended this year. Okay. And I'm also the face of their products on different hairstyles in the supermarkets and the marketing brochures.
Do the modeling have teach you how to become more confident and a better person?
Yes, actually, I was very frightful of being in front of an audience. So modeling, walking on runways and everything helped me build up the courage and persona I needed to stand in front of a larger crowd. And since I wanted to share this passion with other females and males in Kenya, because it's really hard to get modeling jobs in Kenya that pay. Most of the time we're called to do free gigs and we're told it's for exposure. But it reaches a certain stage, you start wondering how much exposure is needed before you start earning money. So to break this norm, I started organizing fashion events under my company, Nature and Style Fund Events, which I launched in 2014, November. And through that, and the help of Safaricom Michael Joseph Center, I had in total 12 fashion events to date called Fashion and Lifestyle. Yeah.
And is this online magazine that you were promoting, H&S?
Yes,
it's also related to this platform?
Yes, H&S is an online platform where they promote different aspects from food, lifestyle, fashion, entertainment. So they came on board as sponsors for my fashion event. So whenever I'd have a fashion event, they would market it online for me and create awareness. So they're my digital sponsors for all my events.
Okay, fantastic. And tell me, how your mentoring role has changed the life of other girls and women through the years?
I find that most girls are more confident Most of them right now know that they're meant to be paid before they do a gig, so they will not accept a free gig or free exposure. They know their worth. They've learned how to walk on the runway because we trained them. They've gotten professional photos, which helped build their portfolio, so they didn't have to spend money to make portfolios. And they got to know different legit agencies that could actually brand them and make them earn a living out of it.
Okay. And what about the personal life of these models that you're mentoring? Do they have seen some improvement in their self-esteem and their communication skills and the way they deal with personal issues?
From what I've seen personally, most of them are no more shy. They're very confident. They speak up their minds. They're always ready to walk on runways, and they're not scared to like have on any kind of outfit. You know, before they were reserved, like, could we wear this kind of outfit in front of people and all? But right now they're more confident. They know that they're out there to showcase an outfit. They know how to present themselves, and they're more eloquent. They know how to behave in front of people too.
How journalism has helped you to create a more holistic career?
So journalism has mostly helped me in my job before the pandemic hit in event planning. Through journalism, I got to be social, and I got to know how to ask the right questions and how to put myself out there. So it made it easy for me to work, because unfortunately I couldn't become a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up taking events management and planning. So through studying journalism, it helps me be more eloquent in front of people and confident and a go-getter. So because I'm always social and ready to talk, it's easy to market.
Fantastic. Tatiana, why are you called Tatiana Isabel? That's a very Spanish name.
My stepdad is from Newcastle in the UK. He's always loved the name Tatiana and Isabel. So when he adopted me, he decided to change my name to Tatiana Isabel Whitup. But before that, I was known as Hina.
What was your previous name?
Hina.
Hina. Okay, this is why you call yourself Tatiana Hina. So
Yeah.
you keep connecting to your identities.
Yes.
Yes. So let's talk about a mixed marriage situations in your life. How did that help you to become more mature and more adaptable, or what challenges do you face?
So growing up, it was a little bit hard to relate to my paternal side. Not everybody was comfortable having a half Black and half Indian in their family. So I had to adapt and behave like them. I had to learn the language to be accepted and dress the way they wanted me to dress in the Indian clothes and all that. But the more I grew up, the more I started appreciating their culture, because I got to know more and why they would want us to behave in a certain way. So as of right now, I think I interact well with both sides, my paternal and maternal side. Yeah. The challenges I think I faced was some of my relatives not being happy with the fact that I wasn't having straight long hair. My hair is kind of curly.
Yes.
So that really disturbed some of my relatives, because they wanted all of us to have straight hair and silky hair. And the fact that I wasn't as fair as the rest of my cousins and aunties was also a problem. Yeah.
How do you manage the situation?
My dad was very loving and supportive, and he always said I was perfect the way I was. He never had an issue with me. And because he was the most important person in my life, I did not have an issue with whatever anybody else would think about me, as long as I knew he was okay with who I was. Yeah.
Perfect. And I think this is what you are also transmitting to other women and girls. So it's always a place where we're coming from when we have certain behavior and certain message to deliver. And like you say, everyone is the way they are. and you're not
Sure.
gonna change them, even if they are not happy with it, or if they are happy with it or comfortable, you have your own persona, and you need to love it the way it is. Tell me what you have learned about self-love.
I've learned self-love is all about appreciating yourself. We were all created in God's image, so that makes us all perfect. I believe there's something good in every single person. I believe we are all good at something and we all have our own shortcomings, which doesn't make me better than somebody else or somebody else better than me. I believe self-love is learning to love yourself and appreciate yourself and putting yourself first. Because most of the time we tend to put other people first and expect them to put us first. But if we want somebody else to put us first, we should start putting ourselves first.
Thank you, Tatiana. Let's talk now about your books. You have some of them with you. Can you show us and tell us what the books are about?
Yes, sure. I have this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Families Are Forever.
Okay.
This is more of children who have step parents.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about a young girl, my daughter, Farishta. She
Yes.
narrated this story while she was in
Mm-hmm.
grade 3. So it's about a young girl who has a stepfather, but learns that she is loved even though her family is not like connected through blood. She learns that there is more relationships outside blood that could be formed. Yes. So it's a journey about a 7-year-old girl.
And how do the public has taken this book? The positive response?
So far, I've only been selling it in Kenya, Nairobi, and I've gotten a really good response. Parents are really loving it because
Mm-hmm.
most children can actually relate to it.
The people can get the book online?
Yes, you can get the book online from us through our Instagram page. It's called Rehema Zahia Tells.
Okay, it's not in Amazon.
It is also on Amazon. It's available
Okay.
on Amazon too.
Okay, so we can actually find and buy the book in Amazon.
Yeah.
And what inspired you to write this book?
So one day my daughter was telling me a story, and by the time she finished narrating it, I realized most of my friends are either divorced or have a child, and that father is not in the picture. Or most of the women I've interacted with too had something similar like that to say. So I thought, why not write a book for children to know that it's okay for your biological parent not to be there and have a step parent. That wouldn't mean you're not loved. It just means you have more love coming your way.
Fantastic. So this is about breaking this mindset that stepmom or stepdad are the bad person on the story.
Yes.
That is what actually is being actually portrayed in movies and cartoons and also in other stories.
Yes.
What is the second book about?
The second book is How Long Till Little Nyangara Falls Asleep.
How long till?
Little Nyangara Falls
Can you
Asleep.
put it? Okay, there. How long till little Nyangara falls asleep? Okay.
Yes.
And what is this book about?
This book is about a little girl who won't fall asleep. So her mother has to tell her bedtime story so that she'd go down to sleep. So there's a countdown where they count animals and all the animals fall asleep, but little Nyangara is still up and she wants her mother to tell her a story. So the mother tells her story about two girls, an older girl with a younger sibling. The story is about the elder sibling feeling like the younger sibling is going to take away all of mommy and daddy's love from her. But as the story goes ahead, she realizes there's a lot of love to go around. So she's not meant to be worried. And so her and her little sister become best of friends.
And
They-
what is the motivation behind that?
the motivation behind this is for siblings to let the elder child, boy or girl, know that having a sister or a brother is not a bad thing. Your mother and father are still going to love the both of you equally and will always have a place in the family.
Oh, very beautiful. It's very impressive, you know, how you have translated personal issues that can be taken as negative and not easy to solve through writing. Yeah. And when we combine the storytelling and the writing, it becomes marvelous response. So tell me what your friends, the ones who have gone through difficulties, either having new kids in the family or having stepfathers or stepmother, responded to your books.
So far, I'm getting really nice reviews. Like just today, a few minutes ago, one of the moms on Instagram wrote a review regarding the book on our Instagram page. She said the first part of the book, in How Long Till Little Nyangara Falls Asleep, would relate to her younger daughter, who enjoyed the part of counting animals to fall asleep. Then she mentioned her second daughter, who is 7 years old, really enjoyed the sibling part. It made her understand that her younger sibling is meant to be her best friend and how she should.
Okay, we're waiting for Tatiana to come back with the internet. So we're having some little challenges over there, but she's sharing with us the reviews she's getting from her book about the little girl that doesn't want to go to sleep and she needs to count animals and go through so many other different stimulations or stories in order to fall asleep. So it's very beautiful to see how Tatiana has managed to create a safe space for kids, you know, whose siblings are coming to the world and it can be disrupted by this new member. And now through writing and understanding through the stories, they become more flexible, loving, and caring. And it's the same situation with the other book that is telling us how important it is to welcome any new member of the family that is not necessarily by blood, but by love that is engaging into their lives. So we're gonna wait a little bit to see if we get Tatiana to come back and join us because she's having some issues with the internet, but she's getting ready to join us again. On the meantime, we tell you about tomorrow's guest. We are going to have a very outstanding flute player from the United States, Adam Eccleston, who is making a big change in the communities, raising awareness on the importance of multicultural conversations through music and social change. So we're going to have Adam in the morning. So anyone who is interested on joining us, please come and be part of this celebration of unity in diversity. Tatiana is sending me a message, so she's getting ready to join again so we can do the closing remarks. Today has been a very, very exciting day where we celebrate through music, mentoring, also through writing, and very early we decided to put all those different art spaces into a bigger context, letting us know how powerful we are, how many capacities are around that we can take advantage of in order to make our world a better place to live in. So don't hesitate to pamper yourself, to embrace yourself, and share the love that you have for you with others. And at the same time, be open to those who are suffering and that require our companionship, our understanding, and our love. So with this, apparently Tatiana is still having some little issues. I'm going to play for you a little video that she did for her. Tatiana is back. So we're gonna play a little video that she created for her online sponsor. So on the meantime, while Tatiana is fixing herself, we're gonna play the video.
Hi, welcome to H&S Magazine Homes and Gardens. Everyone loves a cozy and lovely looking home. My name is Tatiana Hina, and I'm here to tell you how you can achieve your lovely dream home or garden. Whether it's from interior decor to lighting or gorgeous indoor-outdoor plants. Experience the quality of living right here with H&S Magazine. Subscribe to learn more.
Okay, homes and gardens. Subscribe. So we have Tatiana back with us. Thank you, Tatiana. So I was telling the public that you have done a great transformation on the mindset of your readers and the people in general, bringing a message of positivity for new siblings at home and also for stepdads or stepmoms. We already reached almost the 30 minutes the conversation with you, but we would like to have a message from you on daily issues, on career, on community service, you know, that people can take for their life and also to support others.
Okay. My message to others will be just be who you are. Do what you're passionate of, and the world is an oasis. There's so much for you out there. The grass is never greener somewhere else. Be content with where you are, and try to help somebody else. If you can do something, no matter how small it is, always show kindness and never expect something in return. That's the problem we have. We do things expecting others to do stuff from us. If you're gonna do something good, do it for yourself. Don't do it for the other person. Do it because you believe in what you're doing is good. Just spread love and happiness everywhere you go.
Tatiana, thank you so much. Let me put ourselves together in the gallery to say goodbye. It's been a privilege to have you as a guest and to see the honesty and authenticity of your message, and also the love you have for people and for the community. I think your upbringing as a girl citizen of the world has brought all the best things out of you, and you are also expecting the rest of the people to have the same opportunity. And before we go, I want you to also give us a message about unity in diversity.
Okay. There's so much unity in diversity. Like for me, coming from an Indian background and a Luo background, I've learned that we are stronger together, and diversity makes us learn different things and makes us better and makes us experience life in a whole different way.
Thank you, Tatiana. Keep spreading the message. I think we're gonna look for your books in Amazon. Both of them are available in Amazon, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna be reading there and sending you also our reviews and our love and good energy, so more people can have the opportunity to have access to them and also get the message of positivity and celebration. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Keep
Thank
shining,
you.
Tatiana. It's always a pleasure being in contact with you and hope that we can see you in live once more. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Tatiana. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Namaste.
Namaste.